Now, it doesn't mean it cannot be possible to develop in wetlands. In countries that are already having extremely swam river, you think about Indonesia, you know about other most of the African cities. We have the resilient housing designs that support such cities and even people to live, where you have a higher foundation, elevated foundation, and you have bigger pipes that even goes through the foundation. So water comes out through your back of the structure and even still go out because it's a low-lying area. In our case, if you take in our country, we do not really have this one area in that we have lands. What becomes difficult is the fact that we are unable to maximize land. And that is what is putting us to persons invading and sometimes in the wetlands. Maximizing land simply means you have so much of horizontal development. We do not respect the vertical development. So land is wasted. So if you get to some part of Accra, you get to Nema, you go to there, you can call some of them as spaces that can be reorganized and then the city be reordered. So it's not a punishment in the case to say that, okay, person is being punished or economic is lost in context. But the context is for us to obey and respect the law, the legal law, which we all have put in place to say that our spaces are appropriated like this. This is for residential. This is for commercial, like how we obey the market. We go, we buy things, we go back, you know, because that's the role of the market. How we obey the recreational areas. That is the playground. I will send our kids there, they play, and then they come back home. The same with the shopping mall. This is the obedience we do as dwellers within the city. So it's the same obedience that we are supposed to be, we're supposed to be shown to the wetlands in terms that these are our reserves. And you realize that once you pass by a wetlands, you have a different breeze. That breeze echoes and flies into also the city. It's something that balances the air within the city, the heat, temperature, and all that kind of context. But once we invade them, then we are disrespecting the order in terms of land uses within the city. And that is why the assemblies have to demolish. I must admit that sometimes the fall also comes to planning, where planners produce the error. And then we use it in that context, that error in context of the fact that there's a delay or the person is being anticipated to be given a permit on an area that is unauthorized. We don't talk about the context of politics because I talk about disaster politics, and disaster politics covers a lot. But we have a political interest. But we have who wins, who loses. I have the power, and I will stay there, nobody. And then my power has changed, and the demolition comes in because someone is more powerful. But now, all these come in terms of how we respect the zoning regulations that we have in the city, the zoning laws, the land uses, the spaces that we have agreed that, okay, we are fine to go to ShopRite. We shop there, we are happy to come back home. We respect ShopRite in this open. We are fine also to go to the other institutional areas. We do whatever it is. But we are not fine to ensure that the wetland we have agreed that this place is the wetland that is supposed to carry our remains, you know, all that runs out of the city, that circulates out of the city to the hinterlands, we don't respect that. So this is where that comes, the demolition question comes in, Dr. Ali, from the context of land.